Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning. We just checked out of the hotel. We're gonna head to breakfast and then we're heading into Cleveland. I think we're going to Wally Waffle or something with a wacky name like that, but it looks like it's supposed to be pretty good and it has waffles. And also apparently it rained last night. We're taking the suitcase ramp. Oh, it definitely rained last night. Huh, you don't get this in California. Look at the size of these houses and look how far back they are from the... This is like Mansionville. This is like when you drive through the nice part of Palo Alto. This is what it looks like, and this is just their normal here. They also don't have fences in between the houses, which I find a little bit strange. But just look at the size of it. And I can guarantee that this costs like half the price of a small starter house in California. We made it to Wally Waffle, the most wacky name of a breakfast place. So Wally Waffle lives up to its reputation. It's packed, so we're going on a walk because the wait is 30 minutes and then we'll be back to actually eat. But this is gonna give me a chance to check out kind of the town and just look at all the cool architecture. There's like a really nice old theater back there. But we're just walking. It's very different than a California feel, and I'm kind of digging it. They already got Christmas lights set up. So our little walk is taking us through the neighborhood, and Manny pulled up a realty website so we could see just how much these houses cost. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet, $110,000. That's chump change. That's coming from the Bay Area. If you make $100,000 a year, that's like poor. Well, not poor, but you're not doing too well. How are houses so cheap? Oh my God. I need to just move out here and telecommute if I could. We made it back. And I have already decided last night that I'm probably gonna get the waffle sandwich. But I don't know because they have pecan waffles. They have cocoa. They have so many different types of waffles. This place lives up to its name. We got a big waffle with an omelet. It's like a waffle sandwich with an omelet inside. Hash browns, short stack of pancakes. They're massive pancakes. And then he got like chicken fried steak with eggs and all sorts of stuff. This is gonna be so much food, but we're gonna need it because we're going to Cleveland and we're gonna have a big day. So Manny finished his, he ate a third of a pancake, and I made a mess. It was delicious, but one, I can't eat hash browns, and two, I'm so full. But I'm gonna be hungry in like half an hour or so. Okay, breakfast is done. Next stop, Cleveland. We made it to Cleveland. Our first stop is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This actually looks pretty interesting. I'm digging this whole kind of architecture. There's the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Luckily they're in Oakland this week, so we don't have to like, contest with a whole bunch of craziness. But it would have also been nice to maybe see a game if I had the time. But it's time to go in. We haven't even gotten tickets and we're underneath a car. There's a giant hot dog over there. This is a dope building. I am a fan of this.
Not much. It wasn't like your stuff you like your head on.
No. I was expecting like a museum with like a couple guitars on the wall. This is rock and roll. Here we go. This place is gonna be full of copyrighted music. So I'm gonna show you guys what I can show you guys, and I'm not gonna show you guys anything more than that. Just ignore all the copyrighted music going on in the background. A lot of guitars. This is like the early pre-rock and roll that's going on in here. This is very cool. Yeah, they weren't fans of rock and roll. This is all Satan's fault. A whole room dedicated to Elvis.
I just remember being with him before the show, walking through venue with him.
This is very, very cool. Here's Elvis's double guitar. This thing is a beauty. I have no idea how you even begin to play it though. Look at that. This is the psychedelic room, the city of love. interesting. Here's Jimi Hendrix's jacket and John Lennon's necklace. And then Jimi Hendrix's soundboard. It's just right here. This thing is humongous. Look at this guitar, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have this jacket, mask combo, Ramones, some more really sick guitars. Jack Daniels guitar, oh no, Jack Daniels bass, and then another double. The guitar and outfit from John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin. But if you look closely, it's an 8-string bass instead of 4. But now there's a whole room with pinball. We're gonna stay here and play forever. Luckily, Manny made me buy a whole $5 worth of quarters. Now who messed up? I hold all the power. Scratch that last thing. If you scan your wristband, you get free tokens. The machines don't actually take quarters. They take tokens. So you get 50 cents worth of tokens. So that's 2 games, I think. Now I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna play a Kiss. Now it works. I put quarters in earlier and it didn't work. I'm gonna put this down so I can actually play. Man, he's about to rock the Elvis one. It's so hard to follow the ball. I may have been better at bowling, but Manny is just kicking my butt at pinball. He's going absolutely crazy. He's destroying it. From pinball we go to a whole little section on rap. Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, all the famous rappers who kind of pioneered a whole genre that turned into SoundCloud rappers now. This is a whole wing on Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's Grammy for Thriller. That's just right there. Like 1 foot away. David Bowie section. I could rock this. I could not rock this. But I think I could pull this off. The handwritten notes of London Calling. They just have all these like song notes. Another pinball you can't play. Guns N' Roses, The Who. Who's over here? Beach Boys. Slash's top hat and shoes. So his hat he stole because he thought it looked cool, and then he put a belt on it to like style it up for the show. That's the most rock and roll story. ZZ Top, normal looking guitars, some fuzzy drums, and then extreme metal guitars. They also have a room dedicated to really small indie bands, like the Beatles, I think they're called. I don't know, they don't seem too popular. So here's a contract for the Silver Beatles. I don't know if it's in focus. But if you look down here, they wanted an insect name, so they went through the Beatles, the Silver Beatles, the Beatles, the Silver Beats, the Silver Beatles, and then finally settled on the Beatles that we know and love. John Lennon's guitar. But if you look closely, you can see the big photo there. The set list is taped to the guitar, so they knew which order to play everything in. It's really good to know that I will never have the musical talent of Jimi Hendrix, but I could probably get pretty close to his artistic talent. He has just a whole ton of drawings. Oregon Ducks, UCLA, Berkeley, the Trojans. I had no idea he was an artist. This is about on par with what I could do. We skipped ahead really far into the future. Beyonce, Katy Perry, Weekend, Sia's wig. We're gonna go over there in a second. We got Bruno Mars. Who's this? Rob Zombie. Kesha. Taylor Swift. And her microphone. We made it through the museum portion, and now we're going actually up to the Hall of Rock and or the Hall of Fame Rock and Roll area where you get the inductees and all sorts of stuff. It's going up, up, up. You can vote to see who you want to be inducted. First name required, Michael. It is incredibly hard to pick one. Who are you doing?
No Doubt.
Oh, that's a good one.
No Doubt, really.
Tears for Fears. There you go.
There we go.
Go get voted. Do I know anything about music? Nope. But I just nominated them. These are all the popular ones. Snoop Dogg was on there. There's a lot that aren't rock and roll, like Ice Cube. I wouldn't consider him rock and roll. Outkast, maybe. Peter Frampton, I'd include him. Blue Oyster Cult, there you go, Manny.
There we go. Oh, they're not in there.
No, you should have voted for them. Here's all the people inducted and their signatures. Beach Boys, Beatles, Rolling Stones, The Who. I have a feeling the Rock Hall of Fame is just this. I think it's just this room.
You know what seems really late?
What?
In 2017.
Oh, how did that happen?
No.
Man, Dire Straits, which is playing now, which I can't play anymore. That's the way you do it. You get the guitar on the MT. So from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm not sure where we're gonna go, but here's a nice little view of Cleveland. Just over that ball is one of the many wind turbines that I believe the city has. But for now, I think the mission is gonna be going to find lunch, because it's about 2 o'clock and I'm starved. The first thing I noticed about Cleveland is it has like these really, really tall buildings, giant bugs flying everywhere, but the streets are empty. It's like a Sunday, and if you were in San Francisco, it would still be pretty hustle bustle, people running around, but like that's the biggest crowd, and it's because that's a mall. There's a post office and courthouse, another fancy church, and the abandoned streets of Cleveland. It's freaking me out. San Francisco would be bustling, or just at least full of homeless guys. This place is empty. It's a ghost town. Ooh, look at this statue, which you can't see because it's right in the sun. You see this big sign that says "We are open, Potbelly Sandwich Shop"? They're actually closed. This place is not only a ghost town everywhere else, it's a ghost town kind of in the shops. This is like the third sandwich shop we've gone to. Everything is closed. We can't find anywhere to eat. We might have to go to the arcades. It says food. That's the next best bet. So this arcade, I don't think it's gonna pan out for me. Everything is closed. Why is everything closed on Sunday? Cleveland does have some beautiful buildings, except for the fact that everything is closed. We found out Subway is open, so that's where we're gonna go, which is one of the ones that we passed up on the first place, because why would you want to go to Subway when people have been telling me that Cleveland has great food and there's all these options I could go eat downtown, and everything is closed. At least I like Cleveland a lot better than I like Boston. Boston, there's no beer. This is the most bummer meal I could have chosen to eat in Cleveland. Except I didn't choose it. It was the only option that chose me. So here's a really nice Cleveland sign. The skyline, but I think I'm gonna end it off here in Bicentennial Park, which is just kind of this big green area out in the middle of kind of the pier. It was fun coming to Ohio. It was different, a little bummed out. There was no food in Cleveland at all, but everything else about this trip was kind of awesome. Maybe I'll come back at some point. I don't know, it just depends on work. What I do know is I want to go home and just go to sleep. I'm so tired, I'm taking tomorrow off. But I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Goodbye.